Mommy!
Daddy!
Welcome.
Oh,
sorry.
Thought we were gonna keep going.
I don't remember the rest.
Let me in now. And it can be nice.
Welcome back to
Silent Screaming Resurrected. I forgot the name of the show for a second. We're your hosts, Patrick Hill.
And Jordan Goodall. And we're going to talk about... Oh, sorry. Okay.
As my coworker calls it, SkinnyLegs.
SkinnyLegs. Longlegs.
Who are the SkinnyLegs?
We're going to talk about the Nicolas Cage classic, Longlegs. Starring Nicolas Cage, as we said, and Maika Monroe. Directed by Osgood Perkins. I have that all just memorized.
Osgood, y'all.
Osgood. Yeah, but before we get into it...
Today on the episode, we're drinking something fun, fresh, and delightful.
That's separated because we took a dinner break after I made it.
Tell us what's in store for us in this drink.
Well, it has... I'm sorry. It has vodka and triple sec and carrot ginger juice. What?
I mean, it's kind of like a Bloody Mary without the tomato.
Uh-huh. It doesn't taste bad. It's just kind of a weird experience.
Yeah, no. I think we're healthy.
So healthy.
Better for it.
I really just didn't want to finish this juice, so I'm giving it to us as an alcoholic drink.
Oh, the vodka all went to the top.
Oh, no.
And the carrot and ginger is
At the
down
bottom.
at the bottom. So,
Wow.
Oh,
Viscosity.
I love that. Okay.
But before we get into it, what movies are coming out that or things that are coming out that you're looking forward to?
You know, I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm just trying to get through the day, y'all.
I'm just trying to survive.
I'm just trying to survive. This is not horror, but I'm really curious about Wicked.
So if you can't find me,
Look
to
the sky. I know that's not really horror, but it's all the talk.
To people who hate theater people, it's horror.
Are you seeing those comments where people are on Ariana Grande's Instagram and they're like, "Oh my God, they're featuring her song Popular."
Oh my God.
I don't know if they're Gen Zs, but like the youths.
I hope that's not people being stupid and just trying to be funny or something.
I hope it is people just trying to be funny.
Me too. Finky's crossed. I don't think he crosses.
We can cross. Oh.
Fingers crossed.
Oh.
Ooh. He said, bitch.
I honestly, I don't have anything. This can sound really bad, but I don't have anything I'm looking forward to.
Oh no, I have things.
Tell me.
Well, I think it came out this week, but Alien Romulus.
Okay, I am looking forward to that.
I'm excited about
Thanks
that.
for jogging my memes.
I'm excited about Cuckoo.
Okay, I'm
Hunter
excited about that
Schaaf.
too. See,
I think that also either just came out or is about to come out.
It's giving Longlegs vibes though.
Have you seen the teaser trailer for the movie that just came out? Very relevant for this. It's called The Monkey.
Oh, is it the it's not Stephen King.
It's based on a Stephen King short story.
Okay, yes.
And it stars that hot guy from season 2 of White Lotus, whose name I don't remember.
I love the hot guy from season 2 of White Lotus.
So hot.
Oh fuck, what is his name? Oliver? No, Otis. It starts with the O.
He's hot.
Okay.
It's also, this movie is directed by Osgood Perkins. And starring, he'll be in it too. So he'll be
really?
a co-star, but he's directing and writing the adaptation.
You know what? I do think I saw that when I was looking at stuff for Longlegs.
It looked good. And then I also put on here, all they released is a teaser trailer, but I'm interested. I'm like, tell me more. It's called Hysteria. It's going to have Julie Bowen from Modern Family in it, and it looks like a thriller. And it also has Bruce Campbell, aka Ash.
Love.
Theo
James.
Otto?
I got the O.
I did want to say one thing that I've watched that I don't know if we've talked about before. I've already seen this, but I think it's relevant because the Olympics just ended at the time that we're recording this. They ended last
Sunday.
Just a few days ago. Have you seen Under Paris yet?
Yes.
I love that movie.
I hated it.
Oh, I had such a good time.
No.
The ending was also really fun too, but I thought it was great.
Thought it was
Maybe I was just blinded by the Parisians. They were like, "Oh no, it is a shark." I can't do a French accent.
What else are you looking forward to? Beetlejuice.
I think that's
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
No?
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it, I guess. And I'm looking forward to Nosferatu, but I think we've talked about it a few times.
Nosferatu.
He's coming. I think that's what they say in the trailer, isn't it?
I don't know. It sounds cute.
That just made me think of when you looked up Bababadoo.
Bababadu. He comes in us.
He comes in us.
If you know, you know.
He doesn't know what it means.
He comes in us.
That's an original episode. Go back and listen to our Babadook episode from at least a year ago.
It was more than a year ago because I think I was still living in an apartment.
Babadook.
But that Babadook.
He comes in. I just remember that audio clip of you saying that.
We need to resurface that because that was great.
We'll bring it out of the archive. I mean, it's out. It's still up, but I can repost it.
It's hilarious.
But that's all I really have. I did also watch. Sorry, I was going to talk a little bit about things I've also seen. I watched Piranha and Piranha 3 Double D, and that was just titties and fish. And I watched. Are we going to do an episode about Maxine?
Yeah, I need to see it. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You
it.
see?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
You see?
Me papa zoo 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 zoo.
Oh my god, that was from the vault. That was an old sound.
Me papa zoo zoo zoo.
I finally also watched Lake Mungo.
Yes, you did say that you did watch that. You said that you saw that.
What
do you think? It was good.
It was good and really upsetting for some
but
reason.
Like,
but I don't know why.
Yeah, you can't put your finger. There's something that they. But see, this is what I'm saying.
Like the story itself was not very scary, but something about the way they did it really freaked me out.
But I'll say that about like Paranormal Activity, the first one,
mm-hmm.
and even like Talk to Me. I think like
atmosphere.
There's just something like movies like that. You don't have to have a big budget. You don't have to have a big cast, but like the people that get it. And I need more. I need more from those people.
I need more.
I need more from them and less from these other people that are trying to make movies like Tarot and
Ouija.
Yeah, I'm like, stop it.
Just stop it.
Do it. Lipstick in my.
Do you remember that Vine of it's a Vine that I used to watch all the time in college and laugh at and have never been able to find since? We maybe have talked about this on the podcast already. It's a girl with a fake phone and she's like pressing buttons and like pretending to talk on the phone, and then like it's one of those phones that talks back to you and is like hello, and she goes no DBD.
I do remember that.
I can't find it anymore. It doesn't exist.
I have a similar one. Do you remember that one that goes, what's better than one cover girl?
Two cover girls.
But
yes.
I could swear that was an actual cover girl commercial, was it not?
I swear it was too. I even made a TikTok of when I was dog sitting another golden retriever, and I just did it for Betty and the golden retriever.
That's funny.
Better than one cover girl.
Two cover girls, but apparently that commercial never existed.
Huh.
I looked.
It sounds like RuPaul to me also. I don't know. But, well,
Ru.
we're going to take a quickie. No.
Oh.
A quickie break. We don't do that. Not with each other. And then we'll be right back. Oh, and then when we come back, we're going to take a tequila shot. Yep.
Oh,
bye.
Fuck.
Wow, really throwing back.
Now this is really going to be stuck in my head all night.
Yum, yum, yum. And now we're back to talk about the movie Longlegs,
longest legs you've ever seen.
which Jordan and I saw together.
Oh, yes.
We did, which we haven't done with a lot of movies lately.
I know. We need to get back into doing that.
I know. We
I
have
love
movie nights.
We need to have movie nights. I love going to the movies. I love getting some food and watching movies.
Did you get food?
No.
I was gonna say I got popcorn this time.
I saw some of your popcorn.
Popcorn. I guess last time you talked about your first thoughts, so I guess I'll talk about my first thoughts. Well, when Jordan and I watched this movie, this is one of those movies where it ended and we both went, huh. I need to go home and process that.
Yeah, I think we literally said that.
Because I either really loved it or really did not. And I don't know which one yet. And I went home and I processed it, and I think I landed on I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I did. It was just so different.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, like, I expected it because I got some kind of mini spoilers. Like, I knew there was going to be a supernatural element. And I knew a lot of people were disappointed that there was a supernatural element. And maybe that clouded my judgment. But, like, I'm never mad about a supernatural element. I'm sorry. If it's just a straight up serial killer movie, that's fine. But I don't mind if there's a added supernatural moment. But it was very unsettling. Nicolas Cage fucking killed that role. In a way that was so uncomfortable and so weird, and I truly like laughed so many times where I was like laughing but also like really upset.
Yeah, you're like laughing because you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not because like it was funny.
Yeah.
You're just like, how am I supposed to process that?
But I think I really liked it. It was one of those movies that I'm pretty desensitized, but it had moments where, I mean, you probably felt me jump. I jumped a few times in that theater. Like that first shot at the beginning of the movie where he's like, oh, let me just, and he like leans down into the shot where you can see his face. I like think I jumped 3 feet off my chair at that
Really?
moment. That really
got
scared
you?
me. Yes. 'Cause it just was so
boy.
like little and effective. And it came with like a really loud sound too right at that moment. I think that's where the title card popped up and I was just like, But yeah, what about you? What were your thoughts?
I agree with you. I did the same thing. I went home. Oh, well, Mason texted me like when I texted him after the movies and I was like, okay, I'm on my way home. He's like, what'd you think? And I was like, I don't know yet. And then I got home and I was like, I think I liked it.
I need to see it again.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to like deep dive a little bit more into it and like research it and like understand the thought process behind a lot of the decisions because, okay, I'm going to say something that's kind of controversial.
Oh, no.
This has nothing to do with like Nicolas Cage as a performer because for the record, you have said on this podcast
He's a bad actor.
that he's a bad actor.
I do stand by it, but I think he was good in this.
Okay, here's what I think about him. I think that the choices he made in this film were very interesting and very different. And I haven't decided if they're choices I like agree with or disagree with. Overall, though, I think his performance was spectacular. The problem I have with Nicolas Cage in this character
is that you remember he's Nicolas Cage.
And they did such a good job trying to hide his face with like prosthetics and makeup, and he changed his voice and like physically his acting wasn't Nicolas Cage, but because it's Nicolas Cage. There were certain words or like ways he would say certain words, and I saw like a glimpse of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And it took me out of it for like that half a second, and that's no detriment to him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so hard when you have such a big actor in what felt like a more of an indie film, of like the style of it.
So it is his highest grossing live action movie that he has been in.
Really?
Since Ghost Rider, I think, came out.
Dang. Well, good for him. I mean, he did a fantastic job. I just think that you're trying to hide him, and like you get lost in the fact that it's him until he says or does this like one small thing, and you're like, oh, yeah. Not at the museum.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just laughed and my mask moved up. In the IMDb trivia, which thank you again, IMDb.
Wait, was he a night at the museum?
No. I didn't even
National treasure. I'm thinking of Ben Stiller.
I didn't even catch. I was just like, yeah, sure. I'm sure he was in that. I don't know.
It was the confidence.
You said it's
National treasure.
Oh, we said we were going to take these shots and we didn't do it.
I was hoping you forget I hid mine over here. I'm scared.
I'm going to watch you to make sure you don't fake.
I'm scared.
What was that? I'm scared. Clink.
Wow. I have indigestion from Chipotle. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, how'd you do that?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. I'm scared.
That was a delayed reaction.
I'm scared. I'm not going to be able to do all of this.
Yes, you can.
These are facts.
I believe you.
No, I don't know.
These are facts.
I'm scared. Don't look at me.
Too bad.
Don't look at me.
I'm looking.
Don't look at me. Keep talking.
Don't look at me.
Do it for the views. Do it for the views.
Jordan is taking a shot of tequila. She's drinking it. Oh, she stopped. Ooh, it's gonna be a point deduction on her total. It's not looking good. Not looking good right now. Anyways, did you realize? I didn't even realize when I was watching it that the girl who's in the one scene is Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah, you didn't know it was Kiernan?
Halfway through watching it, I was like, wait a second.
I love Kiernan Shipka.
She did not look like herself in that scene.
It's because did she have a shaved head?
She had short hair and very little makeup, and I think that's what made her look different.
She just also normally doesn't play that kind of character. She normally plays like
Bubbly.
Pretty, done up, like girl next door.
Yeah.
And versus crazy, unwell.
Very spacey.
Very spacey. But she's such a good actress too. I mean, honestly, like the cast was great.
Yeah.
And what I did appreciate, and this is what I tried to do when I was at Baylor. Going off on a whole nother tangent, but this is par for the course for this podcast. What I tried to do at Baylor, there was a class that we took. I don't remember the name of the class. Directing. But there was like
beginning directing.
Was it just beginning directing? That sounds so basic, but it was beginning directing, and I directed a scene.
Oh, that serial killer.
It was a serial killer scene, and there was a serial killer and then two cops, and I tried to intentionally cast people that were outside of their like typecast. Right? I tried to like really change it up. So the guy I cast as the serial killer was Jared. And I felt like at Baylor really, well, a lot of us didn't get cast a lot. And he was one of the people that I think was very much underutilized. But he would always get typecasted as like the nice, sweet, innocent type. And I was like, I want to put him as a serial killer. Because you're not going to expect it. Like he can play.
Ooh, subversive.
Like he presents like very innocent, but like a lot of times that's what happens. And this is all this to say that I think that this movie did that really well, where they put people in roles that you're not used to seeing them in. And it was fun. I again, this is another tangent, but I love Jenna Ortega, but I'm so sick of seeing her in the same role. It's the same role.
Yeah.
Like, let's put her in something different. And I think the same thing with Nicolas Cage and Kiernan Shipka.
Yeah. I even felt like Maika Monroe was playing a completely different character than she's usually playing. Like,
yeah.
Like usually, I mean, she's played like in It Follows, she's pretty stoic, but she's also like less, like in that she's more of a damsel because she like has no idea what's going on and has no like way to stop it. And in this one, she's like really smart, intellectual, and like calm and collected when she's making decisions.
Right.
And like that was different for her. Like she felt like a very intelligent, but also like she had like some psychic abilities and some other stuff.
A strong, direct female character where it wasn't like she got put on this case because of her abilities. It wasn't like the department was like, oh, you're a woman, you don't know anything. Yeah. So I really liked seeing that in this film because I feel like movies in general, like it's, you get the Sydney Sweeney. You need a blonde girl with big tits. Get Sydney Sweeney. Let's have her play.
Let's get her on the phone.
Yeah, let's get her to play something different. And sure, a nun is a stretch, but like,
I just love being a nun. I'm just a nun.
I'm just like love being a nun.
I just love being a nun. You know.
But I don't know. I really did enjoy it. I did see prior to us going to see it, there was a lot of mixed reviews. And I heard one person say, if you like Silence of the Lambs, then you'll like this. And I actually totally agree with that.
Yeah. It has Sounds of the Lambs vibes. I saw that someone on the trivia for IMDb said it's also an homage to like early seasons of X-Files, which very much felt
Why
that.
do I keep doing that with my mouth? Did you notice that in the last episode? I kept going. I apologize. Y'all.
J'apologie. I don't know if that's how you actually say that. Yeah, and there was also a lot of like really cool, symbolism and stuff in this movie. Obviously the big like running theme was it was supposed to be kind of resembling the Zodiac killer with the like hieroglyphic type of notes that he left at scenes, which also was intentionally misspelled a lot of the time because the Zodiac Killer misspelled a lot of his letters. And then the big supernatural element, which the more I think about it, the more I think that her psychic abilities are because her mom made this deal with the devil basically for her. And I think that's why she has psychic abilities.
You don't think it's like a little PTSD?
I mean, it's probably partially that, but I think it's also because her like father figure, quote unquote, is kind of the devil slash Longlegs. But one of the things that I saw in the trivia was when, you know, early on when they're doing that test to determine if she has like psychic abilities, and it keeps showing her the images and just like say the first word that comes to mind. It shows her an upside down triangle, which apparently is a symbol for the devil.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Apparently.
Who says who?
It was the internet. Upside down triangle means the devil. And she says father for that one.
Oh, shit.
And there was another thing. And then, you know, the Longlegs keeps talking about the man in the basement. Yeah. Which has dual meaning because it means the devil, but it also means him because he lived in her mom's basement. Right. The whole time. I also saw something that said that this is like a movie like perfectly reflects, you know, this movie was set at the mid 90s, I think. 95, I think is when it's supposed to be. And it's like the height of the Satanic Panic, which was really big back then, which I don't know.
I thought that was the 80s.
The Satanic Panic, it ended in the 90s, apparently. It got really big near the end of the 80s and like ended in the 90s.
So it wasn't the height of the Satanic Panic.
Maybe it wasn't the height, but it was at some point during that time. But this movie is like a representation. You know, Satanic Panic was 99.99% bullshit. Right. Like it was, you know, a lot of innocent people ended up going through, not going to all the way to jail. Some of them probably did.
A lot of them
went to trial for like child abuse when there was no child abuse because of the like suggestibility of kids and all this stuff. But this movie basically is like if the Satanic Panic was true, because she like what they tried to assert in court was that the kids like had to have these repressed memories like resurfaced through like, you know, conversations with therapists because the person who did this to them used like mind control and was able to like help them repress those memories, which is exactly what happened to Maika Monroe's character, because she didn't remember meeting Longlegs. She didn't remember him living in her home. She didn't remember any of those things. So it's an exact representation of like the Satanic Panic, but if it was true.
Creepy.
Spooky, spooky.
Spooky, spooky. I love it. I loved everything about, like, the more I talk about it and the more I learn about it, and I think even if I go back and watch it again, I would like it even more. It's one of those where like there's so many hidden things, like you're like, even just some of the things you're mentioning, I'm sure there's like a million other things. And I think the more you watch it and understand it, the more you'll grow to love it. However, I need them to give us a whole movie explaining his backstory. Yes. I want to know. I need to rewind and like, I need to see it from the beginning, because I feel like there were so many things that we didn't get answers to. Right. And I know it was left out intentionally, but as someone who's like, there's so much to uncover in this movie, I need to know more. There's obviously a lot that they're withholding. Right.
Yeah. 100%. And, you know, it's wild to me looking at the end of the movie that it's true that he never once went into any of the houses. Yeah. He never even had to go near most of the time once he had her mom. Though I will say,
Geppetto in the basement.
Yeah. Someone called it like a goof on IMDb. Like it was a mistake that they said that there was no like evidence that the killer ever entered the house. And it looked like it was just, you know, the family that killed themselves. And they said like there was no, you know, evidence of anybody arriving to the house. There's no evidence of people being in the house, which like is technically not true because the mom did go in, but I guess she was just really careful about not like leaving fingerprints behind, but she also got invited in, so she's not like she like forced her way in. And she always parked really far away. So I don't know if I'd call that a goof. I'd feel like that's just like they weren't like testing for tire tread like halfway down the road.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, I really liked it. There was a lot of things like that where there were just little considerations. The mom, the second we were introduced to her, though, I was like, something ain't right here.
Yeah, the mom was kind of annoying, honestly.
Yeah, she was driving me nuts. And I just also felt like there definitely had to be something going on there. Like,
upstairs in her head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean just like in general?
Yeah, she just was not trustworthy to me. I was like,
No, yeah. Well, you could tell even whenever she called her mom, too. Like
their relationship was so weird.
It was so bizarre. She's like, have you been praying?
Been saying your prayers.
Which is weird. Like, why is that candle is really just dripping.
Drip, drip, dripping. Yep.
Dripping down the drain.
Mm-hmm,
Put a pencil to his brain. Alexander Hamilton. I think that it's weird that she was encouraging her daughter to say her prayers, even though she was helping the devil.
I think she wanted her to say what she ended up saying, though.
Which is what?
I'm not doing that. Basically, like, I've never said them. They've always scared me. And her mom was like, "You're right, they don't work."
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or I think she had this like one strand of hope that like her daughter was like, pure and like separate from everything.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, she's a good mom.
Is she?
Well, the option that Longlegs gave her was either you let me kill your daughter, or you become my person who kills a bunch of other people for me.
Why did she ever not go to the police?
Because it was the devil.
But
because Longlegs was like a conduit for the devil. So like,
okay, let's be real. If a guy shows up to your house and he's like, "I'm the devil," are you gonna believe him?
Maybe not at first, but when you like show me,
I'd still go to the cops. Be like, this fucking creep.
I mean, yeah, but she probably was so afraid of him, and I'm sure he did some mind control shit.
Maybe,
on her too.
maybe.
Because he, with those dolls, he was able to control.
Maybe.
People.
Oh, he probably already had a doll.
Yeah, remember the doll that they destroyed?
Oh, yeah.
Which was her. I think that she just somehow was able to like withstand it and begged him for her life.
Okay.
Something.
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like I have a lot of questions. Like I liked it, but I want to know more.
Yeah.
I need to know more.
The doll was super spooky too, especially when the veil was over the face and it had the red eyes.
I didn't like it.
Nope.
I didn't like that.
And I like the devil kind of like floating around in the background, just the shadow of the like ram looking guy.
Visually, I thought it was great.
It had a lot of flashy, spooky things that I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I really don't like it.
But I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time.
I had a great time.
I feel like the ending kills of the police officer's family was really fucked. Like that they were just like, I'm gonna go in the kitchen and kill my wife. Okay. And they like went in there.
Yeah. She's like, we'll be right back. And he's like, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Insane.
Creepy.
Insane. But I had a good time. I do still want to see it again because I feel like you're right. There's so much I feel like I missed.
Yeah.
I missed that. But I think Nicolas Cage did a good job. And you're right. I typically have nothing good to say about his work. And I know that the director either wanted him or Brad Pitt. I'm glad it was him. Because I don't think Brad Pitt would have done well in the role either.
Brad Pitt?
No.
I feel like Brad Pitt's too, like, nice looking.
Do you know that Osgood Perkins, the director of this movie, is a NepoBaby?
Yes.
He's the son of Anthony Perkins.
Yes, I did. Psycho. I did know
Nicolas Cage is also a NepoBaby.
Everybody's a NepoBaby except us.
Fuck! His uncle is Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, Francis.
Director. Yeah, you know our buddy Francie.
I love Francis.
Francis.
I love him.
Maika Monroe, I don't think is a NepoBaby. She just worked hard. Good girl.
We'll see. I'm sure if you look hard enough, you'll find a connection.
I looked at her Wikipedia. Nothing so far.
Oh, well, maybe. It's just another blonde girl.
Just another blonde who's really talented. You gotta move to LA.
What?
So you gotta move to LA?
I was going to.
Not too late. Never too late.
It's too late.
We're too old now.
I'm old and washed up.
Hollywood would be like, ew.
Like, the McDonald's is that way.
Where are they?
I don't know.
If you like this podcast,
I don't know.
you can rate,
Review,
subscribe,
and thrive,
alive.
and jive.
And you can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Silent Screaming Podcast. And
We love you.
we miss you.
We're praying for you.
We're your biggest supporters. Don't Drink and Podcast.
We love you.
I like this clinking at the end thing.
Oh. Cheers.
Clink. Bonk.
Why do we do it twice? That was weird. I'm scared.